Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. You don't know it's a boy SAE. Bless up on yourself, and thank you all for tuning in to this one. Some wonderful people. What I really want to talk about, guys, is the West Indies and Australia will play the first test starting June 25th. And based on the squad that was named, who is the perfect opening pair? I know I already did a video on this couple of months ago before the team was even announced, but now we have seen 4 to 5 openers, or 4 openers, put it away there, 4 openers have been named. So who is your first choice opening pair, or who would you play in these tests as openers? Because you have a likes of John Campbell, Mikhail Louis, Craig Brathwaite, and Brandon King. But more wonderful people, before we go any further though, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell to be the first alerted whenever a new video is uploaded. And don't forget to drop a like on the video and share the video. So my people, the West Indies has announced a really good team on paper, looking to really make a name for themselves under new coach Sammy versus Australia, right? And you look in the team, guys, you have a couple of good batters. Are the core of the best batters in the region is in the test team. It's been a while, or it's the first in over 2 decades that we have seen the best core of West Indies players in the T20 team, or the best core at the moment, because there is no Evan Lewis, no Rutherford, and no Hetmeyer, or other players as well who have scored runs. But apart from those players, guys, there are plenty of good talented players in the squad, right? And I'm here once again, guys. I'm looking at the squad, guys, and I'm saying that there are 2 obvious openers that I would use, but I want to hear from you guys, and who would you go for, right? So let's run a quick rundown on the players, them 4 players. We have Brandon King, Michael Louis, Kirk Brathwaite, and Brandon King, right? We're gonna do a little elimination scenario, right? Let's talk a little bit about the players first. Brandon King's a first time maiden test call up to the team. It's unlikely that he will start, right? But it's a possibility that he might start, right? Um, but based on history, Brandon King, some people might say he doesn't warrant a place in the test squad based on the fact that he hasn't really performed in the regional team. But over the years, Brandon King should have been a permanent member of the test team. It's just the fact that, the other coaches never really pick him because he never really done extremely well at this point in the region, or a T20 series is coming up, so he had to just play T20. I didn't have time to take part in the region, and like that. So he wasn't a part of the test team, but Sammy came now and convinced him and give him the opportunity. It's a good opportunity that he's giving him to really go for it and show his talent that we know in the Caribbean that he has. Another player now, so expect Brandon King, would be loved, because Sammy said he picked Brandon King based on the fact that Brandon King is somebody that they are searching for in the test team and they have a perfect role for him. But you really want to see if he's not 3 and 4, where you're going to bat Brandon King unless you're opening the batting, and basically the 3 and 4 position is already fixed in my opinion. But for now, Brandon King, the next player we have is John Campbell. John Campbell is making his return to the West Indies team after a year or 2 of absent based on the drug test situation. We know that he pleaded, he said rate, but we're not even gonna get into that, guys. But I think John Campbell warrant a place in this test team based on the fact that he performed well in the local regional 4-day competition, scored a couple of hundreds, he was the captain of the Jamaica Talawas team. And a lot of Jamaican fans are upset that Blackwood is not there and other players are not there. But guys, to be frank, I from Blackwood never really managed to convert or to continue scoring runs. I knew that he wasn't going to make the team again. You understand? So it's not a surprise of Jermaine Blackwood omission, but John Campbell, he scored runs consistently, whenever he played. So we knew that he was going to make his return to the West Indies test team, and I think he has come back to take over his rightful position in the team. I know the Patriots fans are the St. Kitts and Nevis fans not going to want to hear me say that, but it's the fact. He returned to take over his position that he has never lost, or a position that he feels that belongs to him. You understand what I'm trying to say, my people? So he's back. So the next two opener we have Craig Brathwaite and Mikhail Louis, right? Craig Brathwaite, the former captain, I think. I always say that I don't think that Craig Brathwaite should open the batting. I think he's a proper number three, middle order batter. But I think he's gonna continue all of that opening position, As though the captain is not on his shoulder, I think he should perform better because based on history, perform better without the captaincy. So expect him to continue as the main opener. If it's one thing that we're sure of, guys, we're sure that Craig Brathwaite will open the batting once he's fit and ready to go. So we only have three players contended for one slot. You understand? So Craig Brathwaite is the first opener that I'm sure is a sure pick on the team. Now we have a final play in terms of Mikhail Louis. Mikhail Louis has break onto the scene the last 2 years or so, or more, and really shown that he has what it takes to play in this West Indies test team as an opener or anywhere he get to play, guys. But they mainly use him as an opener already. So I think he would have shown that he has talent and potential to continue being the main opener, but it's going to be difficult as John Campbell is back in the team, right? So his slot is under pressure. He's not a sure pick as the main opener for the West Indies because I'm sure they're going to want to use the left, right, and combination. So there's a possibility that the two main openers, I'm giving it from now, is going to be John Campbell and Craig Brathwaite, right? That's who I personally would go with. John Campbell and Craig Brathwaite. They have good batting chemistry. They batted well the last couple of times. John Campbell have played 20 tests for West Indies, so and he haven't really been managed to get a milestone of 100, guys. And that I think that he need to work on and try to really come up, guys, and show that he's deserved to be in the team. He need to score 100, guys. If he's not being able to convert the 50s into 100, then he's in trouble. So John Campbell, that's that box he need to tick off, and I think once he get past the runs of scoring 100, guys, for a test, I think he will blossom from there on. But he's getting the 50s, 60s, guys. He's not really being able to convert or to continue. Similar to Mikhail Louis. So there's a problem there. So the openers have to start well, have to put up a good position. So we have four options, guys. We have either you go with, as I said, my option is I'm going with John Campbell and Craig Brathwaite. The other options are Brandon King and Craig Brathwaite, or you're going to go Mikhail Louis and Craig Brathwaite. Or you might say you're going to go John Campbell and Mikhail Louis, or you can play any player up there. But for me, guys, I think the main openers is going to be John Campbell and Craig Brathwaite. Brandon King have to go bat 3-4. Case he's going to bat 3, so 4 Brandon King. But honestly, people, leave your honest thoughts down below. Alright, bless up on yourself.